In late summer 2020, while we, along with the rest of the world, were self-isolating and spending much time at home, Margie and I happened upon some YouTube videos of RV-bound individuals traveling the country and the globe during the pandemic. A plan sprung out of that with the idea that we could still travel but remain isolated. Our new camper van would play a key role in achieving our travel goals. We took some short trips to try out our new wheels and to get used to and learn all about the RV experience. In late fall, we were ready to take a longer adventure, so we decided to head north. From our home in Wake Forest, we headed through Virginia to the capital of West Virginia, Charleston, and ultimately toward Akron, Ohio. In general, we traveled through central Appalachia and into the Ohio River Valley. On our return, we visited and camped in the Blue Ridge Mountains and Shenandoah National Park before heading home. Here we go. Our camper van is meant for the back roads. Taking our time, we enjoy great views of the rolling countryside, stopping in at interesting sites along the way, with the Appalachian Mountains slowly rising in the distance. Our first day ended just east of the town of Beckley, at a campground just off of the main highway. Tomorrow we will head toward Parkersburg and on to our next overnight at a state park just south of New Philadelphia in Ohio. The morning view from our campground revealed a beautiful pasture, and after a leisurely breakfast, we were back on the road. Near the town of Parkersburg, we once again venture onto the back roads, crossing the Ohio River just north of town. From there, we make our way along the river's north shore on a quiet, winding road with views of the river and small towns along the way. We stop for lunch at a historic Civil War battlefield and soak in the views. We stopped for the day at Salt Fork Lake State Park. After a short hike to take in the fall colors, we retired to our van for the evening. A most relaxing day. Blue skies prevailed the following day as we headed toward familiar ground, Cuyahoga Valley National Park. Through the town of Peninsula, we drove south into the park on Riverview Road, which parallels the Cuyahoga River, canal, and towpath. We pulled into Deep Block Quarry Trailhead parking for lunch before taking a leisurely hike on a wooded loop trail leading to the top of a very large stone quarry. Vibrant fall colors made for pleasant views as we wound our way to the top. We were treated to views of the towpath below, along with expansive woods in all directions. We had lived in the Akron area and spent many weekends enjoying the Cuyahoga River Valley, long before it became a national park. The woods, historic sites, and trails are favorites of ours, and we will continue to return as often as we can. It was time to head toward home. We followed the banks of the Ohio River across winding back roads in southern Ohio, and then east to cross into West Virginia. As we drove east, an informational sign indicated camping, so we thought we'd take a chance. We discovered the delightful Heaven's Landing Resort, just shy of the Virginia border. Perched high atop a ridge overlooking a small pond, we settled in for a quiet and restful night. A light mist greeted us as we departed our campsite the following morning. Backtracking along the ridge road, we could see low clouds covering the Appalachian Mountains. This stopover was a wonderful surprise for us, a place we would never have considered or discovered if not for our camper van adventuring. We hope to discover many more gems like this place. We returned back to the 4-lane, heading east on US Route 46 toward the Virginia border. The light rain and overcast skies did not detract from the stunning views we had in all directions. We crossed ridge after ridge, mostly gently rolling, but there were some steep grades to negotiate. Upon reaching the border, the 4-lane road came to an abrupt end. We were back on the 2-lane winding road with small towns to see along the way. In Front Royal, we turned onto the Skyline Drive in Shenandoah National Park, our destination for the next 2 days. How many years? Shenandoah National Park is a place we have visited many times over the years, but this was the first time in an RV. We were able to reserve a camping spot at the Matthews Arms campground, and as it turned out, this was a terrific spot for hiking trails. After arriving in rain and fog the day before, the weather cleared nicely for a beautiful but strenuous hike up to the Skyline Drive Overlook, north of the camp. We enjoyed a packed lunch and soaked in the beautiful views of the Shenandoah Valley. We were able to enjoy the views as the way back was all downhill. After the long hike to the top, a relaxing campfire was perfect to end the day. Our stay in Shenandoah marked the end of our Appalachian road trip. We made a slow exit out of the park and down from the fogged-in ridge toward home. All in all, a wonderful journey over beautiful backcountry roads, a journey filled with colors, quiet park settings, and out-of-the-way towns. With this trip under our belt, we are encouraged to go further into the far reaches of these United States. We can't wait for the next adventure.